Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kogila OK. Today I'm going to talk about the form overview in ServiceNow and how to configure a form. Let's have a look in the platform. Click All menu. Navigate to the record of your choice. Click the record number to open the form. This opens the form of a record from a table. For example, here I have opened an incident record. What is a form? Form shows the fields and values of a single record from a table. Users can create or edit a record using a form. This is the form header. Here are the individual fields and field values. A field displays an individual item of data from a record. Users can view and modify fields on the form. Fields that have asterisk mark are called mandatory fields and must be filled with a value to save or submit the form. Forms can have one column layout, this here, a two-column layout, 1 and 2, or both. These are the sections. Sections aggregate fields in a logical grouping and usually appear as tabs. The user can disable tab to have the sections displayed sequentially at the bottom. Each section can have one or two-column layout. The form context menu contains additional actions. Here we have Save option, Add to Visual Taskboard, Copy the incident, Configure, Export, View, Create Favorite, Copy URL or sysid, Reload the form. Configure option has form design, layout, related list, and the other configurations of the table. You can export to PDF or XML or change the view. If the view is other than default view, for example, major incidents, it will show next to the title. Let's change it back to the default view. Manage attachments. You can add attachments or supporting files to the form using this icon. Activity streams show the entries and conversations in a record. Personalized form allows you to change the display of the fields. A form can be configured or personalized. What is the difference between form configuration and personalization? Configuration applies the changes across the platform, and personalization is just for you. To personalize the form, click the Personalize Form icon. Here you can show or hide the fields by checking the boxes. As you can see here, some of the boxes are gray and selected, which indicates these fields cannot be hidden because they are required or already hidden by scripts. There are two ways to configure a form. You can use a form layout or a form designer option. To configure a form, click the Form Context menu, navigate to Configure, and choose from Form Design or Form Layout. Let's have a look at the form layout page. Form layout looks similar to the list layout where we configure a list. You can add the fields from the available to selected box. And you can rearrange the fields using up or down arrows. You can create a new view, new sections, or create a new field by specifying the name, type of the field, and the field length. save the data, and it takes you back to the previous page. To open the form designer, click Form Context menu, Configure, and Form Design. The Form Designer opens in a new tab. It has three main sections: the header, Field Navigator, and the form layout. In the header, you can see table name. You can change it using the drop-down menu, view. You can change the view or create one, a new one. If you make any changes to the form layout, you will see options to undo the changes or save the changes. Fields tab shows the list of all the available fields that are not in the form layout. Field types shows the list of all the field types show the data types you can use to create the fields. In the form layout, you can edit the fields and the sections. These are the fields and these are the individual sections. Form Designer is called a drag and drop interface because here you can drag and drop the fields, sections, and rearrange them as you prefer. For example, you can drag the close by field and drop it in the form layout. You can also drag and drop the sections in the form layout. To create a field, drag the field from the available list and drop it in the form layout. Click the Properties to edit the field. Label is a user-friendly name. The name is system-friendly name. You can make it a mandatory field or read-only. To save the field, click the Close button. To create a new section, click the Add or plus icon. This will add a new section to the form. You can change the name of the section and drag and drop the fields here. To create a new field, choose the field type. Drag and drop it in the form layout. You can edit the field by clicking the Properties, Label. For example, I'm going to create a field of delivery method. This is a choice field. And here you can configure the choices. Let's say the first choice is delivery, and the second one is pickup. I'm gonna delete the third choice. To save this, I'm gonna close the properties. Now you have your new field, which is a choice. The field type is choice. To remove a field or section, click the delete button. We have seen two different methods to configure the form. Form layout is the quickest way to configure the form, but it has limited options. On the other hand, Form Designer is widely used. it used to design and configure the forms, and it has many functionalities you can utilize. And it also gives you a visual example of how the form would look like. To create a new record, navigate to the table of your choice and click New. Create New. This opens a brand new form. Fill in the mandatory field. You can save the form by clicking the context menu and select Save. Or right-click the form header and click Save. When you save the record will be added to the database and you will remain on the same page. If you click Submit, the record will be submitted and you will be redirected to the previous page. So please keep it in mind when you're working on a form. After saving the record, the related links and related lists will appear at the bottom of the form. Related links are UI actions. Related lists show records that have relationships to the current record. They usually appear as tabs at the bottom of the form. Also give a quick overview of how other records will be affected if something in the current record is modified. Here we have task, service level agreements, affected configuration items, impacted services and configuration items, and child incidents. To delete the record, click on the Delete button. That's all for the form configuration today. We have come to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration and will practice it in the platform. Thank you very much, and I will see you again in my next video.